Now, fill this up with color. So this is my stash of watercolor. So I'm gonna work on the color wheel. This triangle will be yellow, this one will be red, and this one will be blue, and then there's space in between for the secondary colors. So this has been designed by a professional artist, so you would think that they have the color wheel in mind, which they did. And I think that makes life a lot easier. So I'm going to start with my core, seeing that this is a primary set. And this is the Hansel Yellow Light. And I think I'm going to start with that. Perfectly shaped for the watercolor. So I'm just going to use my little stick and a tissue. I just want to coax the color beautifully into the wall. Now that's not working. Let's use a brush. I want to be tidy. There we go. Nice. Okay. And then later when it's settled this afternoon, I will do the color chart and write up the names and everything. This is my nickel azo yellow. And this would be a little bit more towards the yellow-orange side. But it's definitely still yellow. So I'm going to put it on that side of the wall. There we go. And this is yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. I'm gonna put it here. It's my palette, so I can choose where I want to put color. I want you to be tidy and neat. Well, I can have you tidy and neat. Okay, I'm gonna just use my clean brush. I'm just going to wipe that in. Right. This is quinacridone gold deep. Definitely more towards the orange side, I think. I'm going to put it in this wall. There's no right or wrong. It must just make sense to me. This is Pyrrole Red Light. Now red is going to be in this triangle, so I'm going to put the red here. Stop oozing. Perfect. Okie dokie. This is burnt sienna. Burnt sienna would be more in the brown. So I'll come back to that, as well as the grey. That's neutrals. This is alizarin crimson, so this is deep, darker. So I'm going to put the darker color there. Okay. Now I know the wells is very tiny. You'll have to use a brush like this. But, you know, it's supposed to be a travel kit, but I'm going to use it wherever I go. I just find it perfectly sized for professional pigment like this. Magenta is part of the red family, but it's on the cool side, as well as alizarin crimson. So I'm going to put my magenta there. Right. Now we're going to the green. This is phthalo green blue shade. Green is a secondary color, so I'm going to wait for that. Let's go straight to the blue. Blue would be in this section. This is phthalo blue. So I'm going to put the phthalo blue in the middle there, which is like a nice balanced blue. Oops. Okay. And this is ultramarine blue, slightly to the warmer side. It's also dark. So I think I'm going to put that there. Oh. A little tower we will have to flatten. Just lie down nicely for me. Here we go. So if you like bigger wells, and I can suggest the other one, they've got two. I've got another one that's a little bit bigger. It's only got, I don't want to lie to you. I think it's got 12 wells or something. Or what's this? Is 30, 34, 37 wells. Oh my word, I can't remember. Well, there's one with half of the wells that this one has. I took this one because I usually have a lot of color that I like to play with, so. Okie dokie. Now the green would be between the yellow and the blue, and I'm going to put the green here, seeing that it's more a darker pigment. There you go. Oh my god. It's a petite. I think this alizarin crimson is also, it's a bit thicker. I just wanted to fill those corners. Oh, let me have some tea before I accidentally stick my brush in it. Right, so burnt sienna will fall a little bit more towards the orange side for me. So I think I'm going to put it here. Here we go. And the paint grey will be a bit more towards the blue. So I'm going to put it in this section here. Oh! Oversharing there. I'm contemplating if I want to buy the bigger one as well, but I think I'm first going to get used to playing with this one. Right, so that's the core set done there already. Because I'm going to put this away. Now I can look at what I've got left here. This is also core pyrrole orange. It's going to go in the orange wall. But I just want to grab my new crimper tool that's going to help me to make sure that I don't waste any paint. What time is it? I mustn't be late for work. Okay, we still have time. Right. Let's put this mister in here. And you crimp it like that, but now don't crimp it too far, otherwise the tube will burst. Pyrrole orange. Okay, I've got this tool from Golden to help me open sesame. I think that's too big. Let's try there. Okay, it's turning. Stressful. Okay, this will be the orange well. Oh, it's very, very thick and hard. A little bit more, please. Thank you. Okay, I think that's good. We live to paint another day. Right, got to clean up that mess. Into the wells, misters. My favorite orange at this stage of the journey. Now I've made a mess here. I'm careful with the pigment because professional pigments, this is like the only downside, some of the pigments are toxic. So it's not like acrylic paint that is encased in the acrylic. And a lot of modern pigments are toxic free or non-toxic or created in a way that it's not toxic. But pure pigment, earth pigments that come from rock or from minerals and things like that can be toxic. So I'm always mindful when I do watercolor that I wash my hands and that I don't eat. If I have tea or something, it's on the opposite side of where I rinse my brush so that I don't shove my brush into the tea. Right, let's see what else we have here. This is a cadmium orange hue. Let's not crimp our fingers. Now this is not core, this is Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolor, so it's not professional, but it's very good quality watercolor paint. Oops, come now, mister. There we go. Shoo-wee. It's both exciting and stressful at the same time. This is still bugging me. Until I start painting, and then the whole thing is a mess anyway. But it's okay. It's part of the joy of it. And I think that's also why it's important to put color families together so that if it mixes, then it's harmonious. It's not going to dull your colors down. I think for now, that is sort of, what's this? Burnt sienna? No, I've got burnt sienna. Payne's grey, I've got Payne's grey. Viridian, I've got phthalo green. Emerald, this can be nice. Emerald is light, so I'm going to put it here. Lots of oxgall. In that one. Not oxgall, maybe oxgall, I don't know. Liquid, whatever liquid that is. Olive green, ooh, this is a yellow green. Also not core, definitely saving for core yellow green. Oh, that's beautiful. But this is the professional grade Performance A Series 1 from Winsor & Newton. Look. Oh, yes, Gideon. Push it into the wall. Some days, all I need is the air that I breathe and some patience. I mean, really. So you guys might think, oh my word, that's way too much trouble. But you know what? Make it part of the journey. It's fun. And it's, for me, always exciting to try something new. But this is meant to be sort of a plein air painting kit, meaning it's small because it's made for travel, and it's small because it's made for watercolor, because you guys are going to see how long you paint with this. I promise you that. Let me just put the stick into this emerald and just stir it a bit, because it feels to me like the binder and the pigment is separated a bit. And I can't mix it inside the tube, so here we go. That's a bit better. You can see it's much thinner. Awesome. Okay, now what have we got here? Cadmium red. It's so similar to pyrrole red, and this is the medium, so I'll come back to it. What's this? Yellow ochre. Okay, I've got yellow ochre, so I don't need that. What is this? Burnt umber. I'll come back to that. What is this? Turquoise. Yes. Oh yes, and here's cobalt turquoise, one of my favorite colors. This is also from Winsor & Newton. Professional series. Very expensive for this little tube of paint. I think almost ridiculously expensive. But, you know, turquoise would definitely fall in the green section. And I think this is a good place for it to live. Definitely saving for the core cobalt turquoise, because it's got the most incredible flow. This is nice and pigmented and can be semi-opaque, which is nice. But I must say I do miss and prefer the core turquoise. Now this is also turquoise, but it's more of a teal and it's a little bit translucent. It will also fall in the green section. And I think it's a perfect mix right here, because it's falling between the blue and the green. Oh, the ox is in purple. Where have you been? Exciting. This is also from Winsor & Newton. This is Cotman, so it's not professional. but it's still a very good pigment. Okay, so purple will be a secondary color over here. So I'm going to put it on the outside simply because it's so dark and close to the blues. There we go. That was a nice cooperation. Dollop of color. Right. Cobalt blue and cerulean blue. Cerulean blue is my lightest blue. This is also from Winsor & Newton, Cotman. Also a little bit older. This one's going to live here because it's a lighter color. I'm going to place it more towards the center. I've made a boo-boo. Nice. Okay. Cobalt blue. Lots of blues. That's nice though. I love blues. Also from Winsor & Newton, Cotman. Medium sort of range of blues. I think that one can live there. Nice. Oh, I made a mess here. We'll have to clean that up. So if you ever dispense paint and this happens, do clean it up, because if it dries, it's gonna be rock hard and then you won't be able to open the tube. There we go. Alrighty. Let's get a fresh tissue here. I'm doing this in the morning now. It's before I go to work, so that this has time to settle down and just sort of glue up a little bit. So when I get home this afternoon, then it's ready to paint. I can paint now. I mean, I don't have to let it settle. This is lemon yellow. I feel that Hansa yellow light is very similar, so I'm not going to include that. Indian red. This is slightly to the brown side. A little bit more red than burnt sienna, so I'm going to put it next to burnt sienna here. Thank you. Let's not just remember. I don't use that a lot. What that is. Intense phthalo blue. Okay, we've got intense phthalo blue. Madder rose. Purple lake. Okay, purple lake we can put on the purple side. And I'm going to put it here because it's a lighter color. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it comes out perfectly and other times it's a mess. Now you can put some Chinese white, or if you've got like a professional watercolor white or a gouache in the center. And that's what I'm going to do as well. And here we already have a nice primary. Yellow and blue makes green, blue and red makes purple, red and yellow makes orange. So there we have the whole color wheel represented. I just don't want any pigment there, because if I'm going to put white gouache in there, don't want it to get contaminated. Okay. Rose madder. I'm not sure. Indigo blue. Ooh. I forgot I actually still have a bit of indigo. That's nice. Okay. Indigo is definitely the darkest blue. So I'm gonna... Oh, my finger is sore already from these small tubes. Good grief. And from all the pressing. Go in there, please. Oh, there we go. Can you see me, guys? Shake. Shake and press and quiver and everything together. Alright, let me use a stick just to coax this nicely. It's nice and warm today for a winter's day. It's almost 24 degrees today. I feel like spring is slowly approaching. Winter is slowly letting us go. Sort of. What's this? Sepia. Sepia is also nice. It's a dark brown. So I think I'm going to put the sepia there with the oranges. Nice. Look at that beautiful deposit of color. Burnt umber, I don't know. Van Dyke brown, I don't know. Cadmium red, I don't know. Maybe. Scarlet light. Now these three is very, or they are very close for me in color. Scarlet light, it's a little bit more towards the orange side. How? Scarlet light and cadmium red looks a lot alike. I can barely see the difference. Permanent rose. We definitely need some of this. Sure. And permanent rose is a little bit more towards the pinky cool side. So I think I'm going to put it here on the purple side. And scarlet like rose madder. This is warmer, so let's put this one on the red side. And it helps to sort of think in terms of color wheel, because sometimes you look at these colors and you go, what's the difference? And the difference is just the one is warmer and the one is cooler. This one, I don't know. Let's taste it. If you don't know, taste it. Let's try this one. Before I place it, let's first just see between these two. Okay, this is definitely warmer. Okay, so scarlet like. But now what have I done? That was permanent rose. Let's do that one as well. Yeah, definitely more towards the pinky. Pinky. This one is definitely more orange. So I'll put this one here. Very similar to Pyrrole Red Light, but definitely a bit deeper. Okay, I must just keep my mind straight here now. Let's put the cadmium red away. This is in the middle, and I'm going to put this maybe at the back here. That's very thick. I must use the stick. That's almost like a clay. There we go. No, there we go. Shoe. Oh, Gideon, you're making a mess now. I thought I would just scrape it flat. But anyway. That feels better. I'm going to put the white gouache. Oh, let's get this open. I'm still trying to figure out this McAfter. Oh, it's made by Golden, and I thought it's maybe made for golden tubes, not for universal tubes. Okay, we're going to put white gouache right in the middle. I'm just going to use a clean brush to just press that down. There we go, downer. Just want to get some air bubbles out, let it level down a little bit. It's just me, my doggies. Right, so I'm going to let this dry. And then, shoo my boo-boo, it was me, my love. Hello. Come, it's me. So we have some space for more colors. That's great. I'll leave them at that. But for now, I feel I've got my palette where I want it. There we go. So when I see you guys next, then we will make a little bit of a color chart here and get painting again. Cool. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.